Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today is the day. This is the Golden Boot Podcast. What is up, guys? It is time. It is actually Monday. I know I tried to say last Friday it was Monday. I don't know why my days got all mixed up, but it's just kind of how it is. Tony Thomas, what's up? So good to see you, man. We're very excited. Got a good show for you tonight. Lots and lots to discuss. Some comedy and NFL mixed together last night, and it was epic. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Did it go too far? Some people think it did, but we'll talk about that. We have some highlights, a little troll action from Caitlin Clark's first game. We showed a snippet of it. This is a little bit longer of a clip, so we'll get into that as well. And also a little bit of Arkansas-Kentucky rivalry basketball action. We'll bring up the update there, and of course you have to have Frank.
The Golden Boot Podcast is on the air. The Golden Boot.
Yeah. Thank you, Frank. You only have to say it once there, buddy. You don't have to say it twice. We heard you the first time. It's quite loud.
He wants to say it twice.
He wants to say it twice. I know. Prayers up for Cody. He's running about 100 and almost 104 fever. Has been all day. So prayers up for him. Lightweight, yeah. So it just kind of is what it is there, but we're a two-man show tonight, and that's okay. But Cody needs some well-deserved rest. He hasn't been feeling good all day. He's done his best to kind of be involved, and who is that guy? Tommy 2 times. I know, right? Says everything twice. Yeah, he does. He says everything twice. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Chris, I know before we get started, because I know this is very near and dear to your heart. I know that this week is different for you. You're going to be celebrating something very important. Go ahead and tell everybody about that.
So, a little over 6 years ago, I met a young lady from Alabama. We started seeing each other.
Michael Spencer, what's up?
And 5 years ago, she decided to change her life.
Yeah.
And on May the 7th, 2019, she went into the Next Door in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
The Next Door is a faith-based rehab program.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, let me tell you, this is what recovery looks like. I'll let George control the pictures. He's got them there. I'm not sure how he does it. So the lady in red is my better half, Marla, in active addiction. And the picture beside it is her 3-year recovery date.
Yeah. And then one more, I think, is the wrong way. There we go.
That's her 2-year recovery date.
That's awesome.
Tomorrow makes 5 years clean and sober for her. Words can't describe how proud I am of that young lady.
Fantastic.
It's work for her. Some people recovery comes easy.
Yeah.
Others, they have to work. She works at it. And her daughter is now in rehab and in a recovery home. And she is now approaching 7 months clean and sober.
Wow.
So recovery works. She's setting the example for her daughter. Just wanted to give a shout out to her tonight and let the world know that recovery works.
It absolutely does. And the neat thing about that is, we're just a couple of real dudes that talk about sports, and I love starting tonight's show off that way. So congratulations to Marla. If you're watching, put in the comments, congrats, Marla. And that's very exciting for her, and I know it's exciting for you too. So we're all very very excited, very excited, because I get to meet her here at the end of December, so that's going to be cool. I'm excited for that. And I heard her in the background. What are you doing? You're putting my it needs to be copywritten. You're putting my picture up there.
I overruled her copyright thing.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, hey man, that's great. That means you're going to have a really great week. You've already started out strong. You're going to finish strong. So awesome. What do you say we kick this thing off? Before we do, anybody who's watching, we got almost 60 people in here tonight. That's great for a little Monday night when Raw's going on and all kinds of crazy stuff. That's pretty good numbers. I'm excited about that.
It's a big deal on Raw tonight too.
It is a big deal. There's a lot of people talking about some wrestling.
Somebody did not have their contract renewed and is no longer part of WWE.
And who would that be?
Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler. Yeah. Isn't Pat McAfee going to be?
Might be.
He's doing something. I know that for sure. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I know he's doing something. But before we move on and get this thing kicked off right, want to point your attention down to the bottom of the screen. That scrolling banner tells you how to find us on Facebook, on TikTok, on Twitter. It's also our YouTube channel, Golden Boot Podcast. And if you're on the go, we are on Spotify. If you want to listen to us on your morning commute, find us at the Golden Boot Podcast on Spotify. As always, if you have questions or want to email us something, please send us an email, the Golden Boot Podcast at gmail.com. And I finally had somebody email us. Praise the Lord.
Yes.
Pat McAfee should have punted on first down. Yeah. It's a possibility. Let's get this thing kicked off right with our icebreakers. And let's go. I'm ready. All right, icebreakers. Here we go. The best sports memes and the best videos that we can find. We scour the internet, so you don't have to. First things first. Tom Brady, the GOAT, had a roast on Comedy Central. Some people think it went too far. Some people think it was hilarious. Some people think it was just right. I've got a few. We don't have any clips because it's copyright. We'll get popped. But the NFL spent $20 million and found out that it was more probable than not that I was generally aware that someone may have deflated my footballs. You could have just given me $20 million and I would have just told you I effing did it. Tom Brady on Deflate. Whether or not that's true, that's pretty funny. He had people rolling. And knowing Tom, he probably did go ahead and just straight up tell the truth and say, "Oh yeah, I did it." What difference does it make now? He's retired. He's out of the NFL. It ain't going to matter. They're not going to go back and retroactively strip stuff or whatever. Who cares? The investigation happened. Whatever. But I thought it was really funny. I thought I thought it was good. Dominic, what's up, man? Tried and true. One of our top guys, always in here. I love it. Appreciate you, Dominic. Big time National League columnist for College Football Dogs. We appreciate you joining in on the East Coast. So what did you think about this, Chris? Did you watch the whole thing?
I did not watch it, but I did hear some of the clips on the radio on the way home. And I don't think it went too far, although there were some things that were very questionable. Let's put it that way.
What's going on, Low God? Yo,
Back
to you.
I did see some of the feedback on it today. I guess Aaron Hernandez, widow or ex-wife or whatever she is, was complaining about the jokes about him and how it might affect her daughter. That the child looks up to him as an idol, but guess what?
Was that Julian Edelman that did that? Is that right?
I believe it was. But here's the problem with that.
Yeah.
Whether the child sees it in joking form there last night, his whole story is out on the internet.
Yep.
There's been documentaries done about it. Mm-hmm. The child is going to find out at some point in time that her dad murdered people.
Yeah.
I mean, It is what it is.
It is.
So, you know.
We have a legend, Coach Jody Robinson, in here tonight. What's up, Coach? Good to have you. Tom Brady was the most protected player in NFL history. Tuck rule. It was a fumble.
Coach has news.
Coach does have news.
Have you seen his news?
I have not. I haven't been able to see his news yet. No, because I was busy. I saw he tagged us in something, and I couldn't see it.
He has been adopted.
He's been adopted. Agree on Brady, what he says.
By a cat.
Ah.
Apparently, Tabby has decided that he is her human.
Oh, okay.
And showed up at his house, and he's trying to get rid of Tabby, and Tabby won't leave. Tabby has adopted him.
Hashtag retirement problems.
Yes. Yes.
If that's his biggest worry right now, man's living his best life. Let me tell you. One day, Jody, you and I will share a drink somewhere. I promise you that.
All they did was give him a T-shirt for working 100 hours of overtime.
Right, exactly. Eli Manning got in on the deal. I thought about attending the roast of Tom Brady last night, but I did not want to roast him for a third time. Oh, geez.
I think one of my favorite ones was Randy Moss.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
He said, "Why am I the only one that didn't win a championship?"
Yeah.
He said, "Everybody else cheated to win their championships. Tom, did you not trust me? I would have 100% cheated to win a championship with you."
Yeah, true. And if you're wondering, okay, so I want to ask: did anybody in here? Did anybody watch the roast of Tom Brady? Julian Edelman said something about Aaron Hernandez that some people didn't like. I'm not going to repeat it, but some people did not like it. Oh, actually, I don't know if I have it or not. I had the transcript somewhere, and I don't remember if I uploaded it. And it's probably best I don't, because it's pretty bad. I don't. But we'll just say this. The joke is that most people wonder about
the chair.
Gronk. No, they wonder about Gronk's genitalia is what it was. But let me tell you, somebody else there's another tight end that I played with that's hung. And that was the joke, and I was like, ooh.
Somebody said something about the chair that he kicked out from under himself.
So yeah, something like that. Yeah, but his was pretty bad. And the chair, yeah. And then there was also, and people are scrambling trying to figure out if this is real, but I can't remember. One of the guys that does the roast normally started making a joke about Brady and Robert Kraft, and he said something about I can't remember exactly what it was. He's like, you and Brady and Robert Kraft is in the building. all this stuff. And he goes, you and Brady have been, he was the first, it was Tom Brady was the first NFL draftee to walk into your office and say, you made a good pick on picking me or something like that. And he said, and then he offered him a massage. And when he said that, Brady got up and
Brady was hot.
Brady literally, he said, don't even talk about that again, is what he said. Okay.
That's a clean version of what he said. He tried to cover up the mic, but you could still hear him.
You could hear it. Yeah.
And it was very plain as day. Don't say that again.
Yep. Yep. I'm pretty sure that was real. But hey, it's a roast. Anything goes in a roast. I've heard way worse on some of them.
You know who else was good? Drew.
Who else was good?
Drew was.
Drew. Yeah.
Oh, he got Brady good. He said, So how'd you like winning all them Super Bowls with the team that I built?
Yeah, right.
If you think about it, like it was his team.
Was Drew a number 1 overall pick?
I believe he was.
Because he said there's some things that you'll never get to experience. Being a number 1 overall pick in the draft and something else. I don't know. It was good. But when it stops being so new, we'll get some clips of it. But I guess nobody watched it. I don't see anybody in the comments saying nothing. So if you haven't watched it, part of it's pretty funny. For sure. I want to show you guys this. I have a question for everybody in here. Okay. I know Caleb Williams is supposed to be a prodigy. I know Caleb Williams is, supposed to be like the second coming of Jesus or whatever to Bear fans. But this comment by Nick Wright, he's winning 10 plus games a year, and before the end of his contract, he's playing in Super Bowls. Does anybody in this room agree with this?
I think you're the only one in that room where you're at.
I guess. Anybody in the show tonight in the comment section? I know it's going to take a minute, but Chris, what do you think about this? I want to know your thoughts. Is that the cat?
Yes.
Did the cat just come and bite you?
And I got my squirt bottle. Damn
it. Chris, what did you think about this?
Not happening.
Not happening, huh?
He'll be out of the NFL in 3 years.
I know you said that. Hot take. 3
years.
There's so much weirdness going on around this year. Jody says I've got him winning 9 games next year.
Mentally, he reminds me of Vince Young.
Yeah.
Vince Young was out of the league in 3 years.
It honestly, mentally, it seems like he's trying too hard. Like I don't want to like put the cart before the horse, but mentally it seems like he's trying too hard. Like he's trying to convince the media that he is something that's going to be good. And like, I don't know. It just feels very try hardish, I guess.
Remember how great Vince Young was in college?
Yeah, sure.
Just know that when the Titans fans started booing him, he went on suicide watch.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Caleb's going to do? He's cried to his mama.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicago fans start booing him. What do you think he's going to do? If he's that weak mentally.
Yeah. I don't know. You got to be strong, that's for sure. But Jody says I got him winning 9 games next year. Jody, I got to ask you, why do you think that? Who are they winning over? Is this the year they're going to beat Green Bay?
I would laugh.
It would shock me them beat Green Bay in 5 years.
I would laugh if they got Green Bay just because of the come apart you would have.
I wouldn't have it come apart.
Oh, you'd have the same hashtag I got.
I would not.
Oh, you would.
I would not, especially if that's their only loss or one of their only losses or whatever.
Oh, you would.
I
would.
I would not have
We
fired
ain't lost to that team in 5 years. Fire everybody.
Sydney says, "Look at the Bears division." Yeah, I mean, I get it. They could absolutely touche. You can think Green Bay isn't good. That's fine. But explain to me, like, a quarterback doesn't fix Chicago's problems. That's just how it is. It just doesn't. And they added Roma Dunzy, and that's good.
A quarterback didn't fix Green Bay's problems either. They still didn't win the Super Bowl.
Well, they still didn't do as bad as the Bears, so I'll take that. The last time, okay, little troll action. The last time they won something, I was being born. Yeah, feel you. That's very true. I don't think Green Bay is good. Hey, a couple plays go a little different. They're in the Super Bowl, so I get it. The Green Bay beat a bad Pittsburgh's team. Yeah, they also beat a good Detroit Lions team handily in Thanksgiving. But I don't know. You look at the division. The Vikings are going to be down. They don't have a good quarter. They don't have a quarterback. I still don't know what they're going to do with if their answer honestly is JJ McCarthy, and that's who's going to start for the Vikings, and Aaron Jones is going to run the ball. I mean, great, but that kind of formula doesn't work in the NFL. You can't just hand the ball off 100,000 times.
They got the best wide receiver in football.
Yes, yeah, they do. You said it. The best wide receiver. There's still 4 other spots on the field. There's still there's.
If you don't think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be competitive offensively with J.J. McCarthy and Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson, you're fooling yourself.
We'll see. They're going to be competitive. I'd laugh if they're better without Kirk Cousins than with him. I'd laugh. I'd scream.
You don't want that to happen.
No, I don't. But, Lamb is the best in the game.
I prefer Justin Jefferson.
CeeDee Lamb is the best in the game. Switch places. Put CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, that's because he got more throws his way. Put CeeDee Lamb on the Vikings with a Kirk Cousins quarterback and see what he does. And then put Justin Jefferson and see if he doesn't get that 1,800 yards. So it's kind of a catch-22 there. I get what you're saying. CeeDee Lamb is a great receiver. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. And if he was not on Dallas, he would be better. He would have better yards. He would have better catches. Dak, in my opinion, is not the answer at Dallas. So, why they still are all in. I can't talk. All in on him doesn't make any sense. Yeah, put Justin Jefferson on the Bengals with Joe Burrow.
The only problem with that is Joe Burrow is an injury problem.
Yeah, we'll see if
he can't stay on the field.
No, that was rough with how that all went down last year, but I don't know. I still think that Chicago might be a little bit more competitive, but dude, I don't see 10 plus games year after year.
I will go out on a rail though.
Sure.
Apparently a power ranking came out today.
Uh-huh.
Have the Titans at number 32 in the NFL.
Negative.
Stop it. We are not the worst team in the NFL.
No.
Come on.
Nope. I want to know how far Atlanta was up on that list. Can you pull it up? I just want to know that. Kirk Goss, the best agent ever. It's like Bobby B Day, July 1st. Yeah. Kirk Cousins might be the best negotiator in the NFL, and it's not even close. The man hadn't even set foot on the field in Atlanta, and he's got $100 million guaranteed. Then they draft his replacement, and the whole city of Atlanta is up in arms over it. But it's I think it's obvious now after everything's said and done that Michael Penix Jr. is an insurance for Kirk Cousins. I mean, really, it's an insurance policy for Kirk Cousins. If Kirk ends up blowing another Achilles tendon or shattering a shoulder or whatever, they have a backup, and they have a really good backup. If it's not something where they throw him to the wolves in year one and he's able to sit underneath Kirk and learn the offense, and I can see Michael Penix doing better than Caleb Williams, in my opinion, especially in that system. So anyway, Chris, can you get it pulled up? Are you trying?
Yeah.
It is hilarious, Sydney. I agree. It is hilarious. Nobody saw that coming.
So I did make a mistake. They had Titans at number 30, I believe.
Yeah. Bears will never win. They did not let Walter P. run it for a touchdown. Yeah. So who do they have number 32? I'm just curious.
Panthers. Well,
that's who I got. William Perry, not Walter Payton. William Perry.
They got the Titans anywhere 30, 31.
You said you are the one that said Walter P. William Perry makes more sense. They got what? They got the Titans sitting at 31?
One of them has them at 30, and the other one has them at 31.
30 and 31. Wow. Where's Atlanta in this list?
Let's see. Scroll back up here.
Arizona's got to be down there at the bottom.
I found it in Spanish.
No habla inglés.
The Falcons, where would we at?
We're all hanging on the edge of our seat, Chris. We're just hanging on every word you say.
It's like 25.
25? Yeah, they're gonna be down there.
I'll get this one.
Yeah, upload it. Let's take a look at it if you upload it. While he's doing that, I want to show you this. Skip Bayless at it again. Oh, thank you, Sydney. Appreciate it. Put Lamar on the Chiefs, and he has 4 rings right now, beating Brady easily with Andy Reid and Kelsey. Well, what do we think about this? Chris, I know you're getting that graphic loaded up, but look at this. Give me your thoughts on this before that comes up. Do we think Lamar Jackson on the Chiefs has 4 rings by now?
No.
Beating Brady easily with Reed and Kelsey?
No.
No. It's great because it's just great to me. It's great. I think, honestly, the more that Skip Bayless talks in his Twitter, the more I believe that his Twitter account is a troll. It's a troll account. This man says anything and everything to be in somebody's mind, to be, and I'm here for it because it gives me entertainment on and stuff to talk about. But There's no way they're gonna have 4 Super Bowl rings right now. Yeah, maybe 1, maybe not 4, maybe 1. Yeah, maybe 1. I could see 1. Yeah. Spoken like a true Dallas fan. Love me some Skip. America's team is the best. Tell me you're a Dallas fan. That's right. I mean, hey, that's good. I appreciate it. I'm glad. Bring all the smoke. I can see 1 too, Sydney. I agree. I can see 1. Dominic, if you're in here, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that Lamar would have 4 rings by now? Lord have mercy. Skip, I absolutely loved everything Skip Bayless has been in, because it's entertaining to me. But I love the meltdown videos when Dallas loses. Those are great.
Oh, I'm burning my jersey.
That's great. Every single time, this man has a mental breakdown. And then sometimes you can very obviously tell that it is fake as all get out.
It just takes me getting swept by Georgia and run ruled twice to put up fire everybody. So I got 2 images uploaded. If you want to take a look at them.
Yep.
Okay. If you want to move us over to the side, because I loaded them. Yep.
Go for it.
So here's one.
Okay. Power rankings. Got it. So
the Bengals.
Okay.
I'm not buying
this
the
is
Eagles.
Still in Spanish. Why do you have it in Spanish?
Because that's the only way I can find it.
Okay, that's fine.
There's another one that's a little bit different than this one.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be terrible teams down at the bottom. Obviously, New York.
Yeah.
New England, Denver, Tennessee, and Carolina. Obviously.
Yep.
I don't disagree with this list at all down there at the bottom. Absolutely 100% agree. They're all taking steps back. They're all going to be in the bottom. Tennessee, maybe not as much. Maybe Tennessee
taking
not as much.
Back.
Yeah.
How's Tennessee taking a step back?
I said maybe not Tennessee. I said maybe not Tennessee. I don't disagree with the list, though. I think you could probably make an argument and swap Washington out with Tennessee, and put them in that category where they're decent. Dude, they're not going to make the playoffs. It ain't
the Titans will make the playoffs before the Raiders do.
Before the Raiders do.
Yes.
If you want to swap out Tennessee and the Raiders, I'm good with that. That's fine. But I mean, look, here's the deal. I mean, the Raiders didn't do terrible in the draft. Dominic's literally teaching us Spanish here. Favorito means favorite.
Okay.
Contendiente, or however you say it. Contendiente means contender. Right. I figured that. Those two I understand. Sarah is going to have to help me with this word. C-U-T-R-A. Cut? I guess. Cut? I don't know.
Couture.
What?
Couture?
I'm guessing cut. I'm guessing. Meaning they're not making the playoffs. And the Bears, it ain't happening. So they got the Bears, the Vikings, the Jaguars, the Colts, the Saints, the Falcons. They got Washington, Seahawks, Arizona. I don't mind that at all. Playoffs is up top. Green Bay's winning their division. That's what they have. America's team should be higher.
Nah.
Bro, look, I know you're a Dallas fan, and I'm all for it. Y'all got boat raced by Green Bay at home in the playoffs. Like,
and they just brought a running back that
and you overpaid Zeke, and
dude's in a walker.
I get it. and that's good. I'm glad they have them in contender, but you like in playoffs, they're going to get to the playoffs.
Good trade. Too many questions.
Too many questions still. Thank you, Dominic. So too many, and Green Bay got destroyed the next game. It doesn't matter about the next game, bro. 40-something points at home against Dallas.
Oh God,
I don't care about the
Green Bay and Dallas. Jesus Christ.
So anyway, so you got Buffalo, Miami, Jets, Dallas, Rams. Pittsburgh is a question mark, man. I don't
like what Pittsburgh's done with the quarterback spot.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we saying they're going to be in the playoffs? Why I don't see that being a thing. They're putting the Chargers in the playoffs with Harbaugh, Tampa Bay, the Browns, and the Raiders.
I think the Titans have a better chance than the Raiders at getting in the playoffs. Too. That's just my opinion. You add Snead, Awuzie, you bring in J.C. Latham at left tackle, solidify that spot a little bit. Yeah. Got some work on the offensive line. Got depth there now. I think the Titans are going to be much improved. I don't think they're going to be world beaters, but they are much improved.
Sydney, I got to hand it to you, man. You know what to say to try to rile me up. Green Bay should be down one, really. So we're going to be out of the playoffs.
Do you want to look at the other one I found?
Yeah, let's look at the other one. Okay. There we go. Very bad. So I have Tennessee in very bad. Broncos, Panthers, Patriots, Washington, Tennessee, very bad. Raiders, New York, Arizona, bad. Middle of the pack. Look there, Sydney. You're middle of the pack.
Where are they getting the Falcons or a wild card contender?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't disagree with the Vikings being wild card contender. Bears will be middle of the pack. I can see Caleb Williams winning a few games. Buffalo will be playoff team. The Rams and Bengals with Joe Burrow coming back. The Rams are question mark. Who the heck's going to be their quarterback? Stafford. Well, yeah, but what's going to happen when he gets injured again? Who the heck's going to be the quarterback then?
Apparently, it's not going to be Stetson Bennett because
no, he's in
my
rehab.
Understanding. He has said something derogatory about the Rams this week, and he's in trouble with the franchise.
Lovely. That's just fantastic. Should have known when he showed up drunk on Good Morning America after Georgia won the national championship. Interestingly enough, you've got Kansas City, Baltimore, San Francisco, Detroit, Houston Texans, and Green Bay as Super Bowl contenders. The Texans, I don't disagree with that.
I do.
Out of this list here, I don't disagree with the Texans at all.
I do.
I think it's a bold move to put them there. I don't disagree with it at all.
I think the Texans were a one-hit wonder.
How are the Eagles and Cowboys not listed under playoff wildcard contenders? Great question. And again, why the heck is Atlanta there? I mean, really? Or the Browns? Who are the Browns going to get as a quarterback?
I can answer that for the Eagles. They just ended the season. What was it? 8, 6, something? Straight losses? 8 straight losses?
And I know you're going to say they have cancer in the locker room.
Until they get rid of A.J. Brown, they're not going to be a contender.
Well,
I said what I said.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you replace the Eagles and the Cowboys with the Falcons and the Browns, in my opinion. Because the Browns, who the heck are they going to get for quarterback? Who do they even have? I don't even know.
Deshaun.
Yeah. Sarah says, I vote KC, Green Bay, Super Bowl. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. We'd probably lose, but I'd love to see it.
your next Super Bowl championship, your next Super Bowl champions is going to be the San Francisco 49ers.
Now with Brock Purdy, it ain't.
Your next Super Bowl champion will be the San Francisco 49ers.
Wrong. The Browns will choke and be the typical Browns at the bottom. Yeah, maybe. I'm confused, man. Confused. Very confused by this list. And how the heck? I don't know. We'll see. It's been really good. It's been really good.
A lot of their players actually stayed out on the field and just stood and watched while Kansas City was celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
That team's going to be a problem next year.
And it very well might. Very well might. One more tier list. One more. Let's look at this. Best QB from each division. Now, this is really going to rile some people up. You got Joe Burrow from the AFC North. You got C.J. Stroud from the South. The East, you got Josh Allen. And the West, you got Pat Mahomes. The North, Jordan Love proved he's the best quarterback right now in the NFC North. Caleb Williams has to prove it. Simple as that. NFC South, Kirk Cousins, they're giving him a lot of credit. The East, you got Dak. And then the West, of course, you have short Kyler Murray. Which I think it's so bad, man. Like every single graphic you see of Kyler Murray, he is always the short guy of the group. And like, I know he's like really, really short for a quarterback, but poor guy. Yeah.
Couple of thoughts.
Donde esta Cody? Yeah, you should have been in here a while ago when we had a freaking Spanish graphic that you could have freaking translated for us, Sarah. I have questions. Who made this list? Is Kyler Murray really that short? Mahomes and Love are the best. Yeah. This is hilarious.
Sarah,
yeah, it is.
Sarah, stop trying to get brownie points. You're already married to the guy. Come on now.
No, she was a Packers fan before we even got in. We got involved, dude. Just so you know.
So
she always liked Green Bay.
Couple of thoughts here.
Let's hear them.
I can't put Joe Burrow at number one in the AFC North simply because he cannot stay on the field. Who do you put there? I have no idea. But I can't put somebody up there that can't stay on the field. AFC South. Stroud is the best playmaker at the position. I will give that. But as far as being a pure quarterback that can make the throws, I would have to lean Lawrence on that. But I get why C.J. Stroud is up there. He's a playmaker. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, I'm not sure I count Jordan Love as the best in the NFC North.
Okay, who's the best one in the NFC North then?
You actually have a quarterback in the NFC North that has won a Super Bowl.
Okay, who's that?
The Detroit Lions have a quarterback that won the Super Bowl, correct?
Jared Goff.
Okay.
Jared Goff.
Has Jordan Love won one?
I fail to understand. Wait a minute. Jared Goff won a Super Bowl?
With the Rams.
No. They were runner-ups, dude.
Okay. He took his team to the Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl quarterback. Jordan Love is not.
Okay.
Okay, let's take it a step farther. Not only did he take the Rams to the Super Bowl, he also took the Detroit Lions to the NFC Championship.
Huh. Yeah.
Jordan Love has done neither.
Okay.
So I'm putting Goff there.
You can do that. I want to see Tim Bailey's reaction to this list.
Kirk Cousins.
Too. Grizzly, what's up, man? Hello.
You
Good
know
to have you, buddy.
You know it's bad when Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback in your division.
¿Cómo está, Michael? I don't know how we started speaking Spanish. Chris, you started this mess getting your daggum Spanish graphic. Now everybody's throwing Spanish that I don't understand at me. Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Sarah wants.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna put Jalen Hurts there.
Yeah, Hurts. Although he fell off the wagon at the end of the year last year, but Hurts has got a. I know what he said, Sarah. I was being facetious. I know what that means. Como está, amigos? How are you, friends? Yes.
And Kyler Murray. No, I'm putting Brock Purdy there.
Yeah, are you? I agree with that. I don't know why Kyler Murray is in that conversation. He hasn't shown me very much to be even close to on this list. So, especially since Arizona hasn't done anything really since they drafted him. I mean, can we be honest with ourselves here? They really have not done anything since they drafted Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, they really have not, especially with the hype that was all around them. I mean, it just didn't pan out the way they intended. Man, this has been a great discussion. I'm so glad. Watching at my meeting with no sound, the show must go on. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you, man. We're gonna take a short break right here on the Golden Boot Podcast. Keep the comments rolling. I'm so excited that you guys are so involved tonight. Love it. It's been a great discussion so far. We got more coming at you right here on the Golden Boot Podcast. Stay golden. When we come back, we may talk a little Caitlin Clark. She's still rolling through the news. Good stuff. Great stuff. Shocked the world. I say that. Shocked the WNBA. Somebody in particular that had to eat her own shoe for the comments she made. More on that coming up right here on the Golden Boot Podcast. Stay here. Stay golden. We'll see you in a few.
Seasoning, food's favorite flavor.
Yum, yum, get you some.
I'm Joe Burrito, your favorite burrito. Whoa, whoa.
Joe,
Hey.
we all know you're the best.
What?
But you can always do better.
What you got?
Try the new Dano's Hot Chipotle.
Hey. Ooh, that's spicy. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum, get you some.
Malo is my French bulldog. He made my heart bigger when he came in my life. He never really liked his food. He wouldn't eat till like 10 o'clock at night. To me, it was saying, oh, I guess I don't want to starve. He was having skin breakouts, and putting the two and two together, what you put into your body is what you get out. I know that if I'm eating a bunch of processed food, I'm not going to feel good. So that kind of led me to Farmer's Dog. Immediately, his skin issues went away. I love what they're doing. It's already portioned out. He's eating whole foods. It's amazing.
Icy Breeze is the world's first portable air conditioner and cooler. A premium ice cooler that doubles as an eco-friendly portable air conditioner. This is not a swamp cooler, just blowing air across ice. Over 60 parts and components allow Icy Breeze to achieve what no other product in the world can do. The secret behind the Icy Breeze is an innovative design that circulates chilled ice water through a heat exchanger in the lid, replacing the Freon used in most ACs. Fresh air is drawn from hidden vents in the top of the cooler, pulled across the exchanger, and chilled down to 35 degrees cooler than the outside air. A 3-speed fan control delivers Icy Breeze's dry, cold air up to 25 miles per hour, just like a car AC. And a stay-put flex hose directs the breeze in any direction. Wherever you need it, Icy Breeze helps you beat the heat.
Really? D-Mac, where were you at, brother? D-Mac. Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Yo, what up? Darren McFadden here. Want to send a huge shout out to the Golden Boot podcast, man. Airing on Mondays and Fridays, 8:30 Central Time. I look forward to catching up with you guys, man. Have a good one.
There we go. You missed your part, D-Mac. What are you doing, man? Golly. Years out of the NFL, man, he's lost it. I'm just kidding. That was me. Appreciate you, Darren McFadden. Welcome back to the Golden Boot podcast. A little bit of announcement I wanted to share with everyone. So, new sponsorship coming up. College Football Dogs has officially became a partner for Dubby, Jitterless Energy Blend. That happened today. More to come there. There'll be a promo code and everything to get you kicked off. We actually have a member of College Football Dogs that actually has this stuff and has used it. Said it's better than soda. It is less calories if you're trying to watch your weight. So tune in there. We'll have more on that coming up once we figure out all the ins and outs of it. So appreciate that, and we're very excited to be a part of that. Now, moving on, I want to show you guys this. Let's see. Check this out. And then I want everyone's thoughts.
Assist per game, best assist to turnover ratio in her career.
Where are you going? You're lost.
Clark gets away with a little push.
You want to see me do it again?
Sister Druid told me about you.
You can't do that.
Fucking green bees.
They wanted the offense.
Who's your daddy? And stop other players, other teams from scoring.
Well, last year,
Stroke that thing, cuzzo!
from downtown. 50 sides going against Clark. 45 blocks last year. Clark for three. Oh my God!
Now head over in this direction.
It's a floater!
They're doing the mess
What?
around.
See Veronica Burton hit the ball.
They're doing the mess around. Everybody's doing the mess around.
What a flick pass!
Look, SVP. Reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this where you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that've been playing professional basketball for a long time.
Are you sure about that?
That might be my favorite meme. Are you sure about that? Oh boy, she had to eat her shoe for those comments.
So
yeah, go ahead.
On that one shot where she drives, stops, backs up, and then drives and steps back, and he says, "Caitlin Clark with a little push off it, dude. She never even touched her."
Nope, that was called breaking somebody's ankles. And that's
never
hilarious.
even touched her.
It's hilarious. That was a grown woman. She broke her ankles.
So there is something with Caitlin Clark's first game that I want to discuss.
Yeah, let's hear it.
For all of the people complaining about having to watch Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
On a recording from a cell phone.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Your stadium was empty.
Yeah.
If you want to get on national TV, put butts in your seat, and they'll take notice of you.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark played in front of a sold-out arena. Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to go where there's butts in the seat. They're not going to televise a game with 3/4 of the stands being empty.
Right. Agreed.
Shut that mess up.
Chicago Sky is where Angel Reese got drafted to, right?
Yes. Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso.
Yeah, and there was a big deal about that. How come they didn't show our game, but they showed Caitlin Clark's game, and not to mention, and I'll say it because it was there. there was so many people hollering racist undertones about it. Listen, because a TV station doesn't pick up your game does not make that specific TV station racist. Stop
right.
it. That is not even remotely close to the reason why they didn't televise Chicago Sky's game. Straight up.
The network that they televised Chicago on had already planned to cover a baseball game.
Yep.
And there were they didn't sell any. Come on, man. The tickets didn't sell
enough tickets. No. It was a sold out arena in a preseason game also. Right.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. And Chicago Sky wasn't. Sorry. And I hate to say it, but this is not a color situation here.
No.
This is not a white or a African American thing or whatever you want to say. It's not. It's just simply a fact of Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. Angel Reese is great. Don't get me wrong. She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But Caitlin Clark,
don't get me wrong. Angel Reese almost had a double-double.
Yeah.
13 points, 8 rebounds. Yeah, she played great.
She played phenomenal.
Oh, she also had a Magic Johnson pass to Aaliyah Boston.
Right.
That was pretty.
I agree. But Caitlin Clark is generational talent. Sorry.
Yep.
And the fact that her being so young in her very first debut, go out and compete with the best that the WNBA has to offer is nothing but sheer brilliance, straight up. And it's not a racist thing. It's not a color thing, guys. It's just a simple fact. She's changed WNBA forever.
AB even went to her game.
Yeah. I mean, just because somebody says something and say, oh, well, that's they're doing that because she's white, doesn't mean it's right. Straight up. I mean, I don't mind saying it at all. But I don't know. I just thought the whole reason I got that clip wasn't for that reason, was for the specifically the
Diana
part
Taurasi
of
having to shut up.
Diana Taurasi having to shove her own foot in her mouth. Yes. The whole grown women been playing a lot of professional basketball a long time. Well,
now to Taurasi's credit, Saturday night game with Caitlin Clark looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
They almost had to go out and carry her off the court at the end of the first quarter because she was so tired because of the way they were defending her. I mean, they were getting really, really physical with her.
Yeah.
And her coach even said, hey, we got to do a better job of not letting her get to that point.
Yep.
Which is true. I mean, but she's still out here. She's starting. She's playing against the greats, and she's not playing bad.
Yeah, I agree. And just kind of is what it is there, but yeah, I don't. The craziness of that is just something over the top, but. So we were actually supposed to have a special guest. I'll go ahead and say this. Next Monday night, because they had Brandon from Chinook Cedary will be joining us. Did I say Sunday night? Next Monday night. Brandon will be from Chinook Cedary will be joining us. He was supposed to join us tonight. I had a sick kid, had to cancel. So looking forward to that. You don't want to miss that. And we'll have some specific questions for him. It'll be really good. Really great guy, really down to earth. Made a fantastic business that really has been doing well. And if you have never tried these sunflower seeds, they quote themselves the best seeds ever. I've had some. They're amazing.
Yeah, they are fantastic.
So changed the sunflower seed game forever. Does a lot of support with local baseball teams, so we're excited about that. We'll talk to him Monday night.
So, and let's explain the reason why we invited them on for an interview is
absolutely
they are involved in the NIL market, and they do have several players nationally that they have NIL deals with, and we want to get their perspective of what it's like for a business being involved in NIL and get their perspective, because we talked to athletes about it before. So we just wanted to get a business's perspective on it and find out what it's like.
Right. Absolutely. And so we're very excited about that. He will join us Monday night, so you don't want to miss us there. 8:30 Central, right here, same time, same place, all 9 yards. Do not miss it. And I'm sure it's going to be good. I want to touch base on this. We touched a little bit about this on Friday, but I want to dive into a little bit deeper here because the great Pat McAfee sums it up in a and puts it in a nice little bow tied up package for us. A little bit more on the whole Deion Sanders situation. Check this out.
We're talking about the Colorado Buffaloes, Deion Sanders' team. This offseason, you bring in some different coaches, bring in some more players, and then in doing so, some players leave. More specifically, a man named Xavier Smith. Xavier Smith came out and did an article with The Athletic. I was actually getting mad, like tears coming to my eyes, because, bro, you never even tried to get to know me. Xavier Smith recalls Deion Sanders telling him he should enter the spring transfer portal. He was destroying guys' confidence and belief in themselves. The way he did it, it could have been done with a little more compassion. We wondered how the Colorado Buffaloes would respond. Well, starting quarterback Shedeur Sanders says, I don't remember him, to be honest. Bro, it had to be very mid at best. Well, how's Deion going to handle? He said, well, he'll be a top 5 pick. Where your son going? LOL. I got time today. LOL. A lot of laughing out loud. A lot of people are saying, like, yeah, Deion was a corner and one of the greatest athletes ever lived. So whenever he talks his shit, it's a little bit different than a starting quarterback coming out and talking shit. But I think this is Shedeur just being like exactly who we think. He just opened for Lil Wayne the other day. Now, will NFL teams question this? I do wonder. If they lose, especially that first game to North Dakota State, boy, all of this is going to get very loud.
That last statement right there. So we touched bases again. We touched bases on this Friday night. We gave our opinions on it. Shedeur running his mouth like he does because he's trying to be his daddy. You know, and we've already discussed that. Pat says straight up, you're starting quarterback. Your dad, starting quarterback, one of the greatest to do it in the NFL. Basically, he's got the pass to talk like that, to do whatever he wants on Twitter. You don't. That was the undertone I got in this, and I think it's hilarious. He references that this is going to get real loud if they lose to North Dakota State first game. This is trending more and more in that direction, and I'm here for it. If it turns out that this Colorado team turns out to be a complete flop after all the transfers, after all this, whatever, and they win 3 games, good golly, the mountaintop will be on fire and people will be roasting marshmallows. And I'm going to be sitting right there with them. I'll be sitting right there with them.
So will I, because I had a Twitter beef this weekend personally with the brother of a Colorado wide receiver.
Oh, wow.
So many people didn't realize that Will Shepard from Vanderbilt transferred to Colorado, and his dad posted a video of him running 19 miles an hour against Florida. I believe it was. And just the corner played the route horribly.
Right.
So I retweeted it and said, would have been nice had he played with this consistency for his entire 3 years at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And Lil Bro got upset and said, oh, he'll be catching passes from the best quarterback in college football, and you're still going to be losing football games in Nashville.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Shedeur Sanders is not even top 5 quarterback in college football. And apparently little bro don't like me saying that.
Yeah, well, little bro can get over it. What do you guys think in the comments? I know we got a bunch of people in here tonight. What do you think?
I hope they lose to North Dakota State.
Yeah, dude, listen. You talk about the best situation media-wise for an uproar and something to talk about is all this right here doing on the offseason, and you can't win against North Dakota State. Well, are they the Jackrabbits? Is that who they are?
Oh, they're the Bison.
No. That's South Dakota is the Jackrabbits.
South Dakota State's the Jackrabbits.
Right, South Dakota State. They're the Bison. North Dakota, and North Dakota State's not a team to balk at. I mean, they're not great, but
they are great.
They're greater.
They've been in the semifinals like 15 straight years.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for it. That'll be hilarious.
They've beaten D1 teams too.
Yeah.
Power 5 D1 teams.
I think Troy needs a tryout. Yeah. Shedeur should have done his talking on the field. Agreed. And that's one thing, Dominic. You've been to the draft. You've done this kind of thing before. Does this kind of attitude do? And I'm gonna use Spencer Rattler as an example here, because you had scouts saying, "Hey, I couldn't get that out of my head." When they drafted him or didn't draft him or whatever. Now that's probably not the exact reason, but his attitude. You think NFL scouts sit here and look at what he's posted on Twitter and how he's reacting to players and his own teammates?
100% they do.
Yeah. I mean, because it's my understanding that this guy still has not transferred. He's still there. The guy that's saying Dion didn't even get a chance to know him or something, is he still there?
So he did enter the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Which means he's not part of the team right now.
Right.
But just because you're in the portal doesn't mean you're actually leaving.
Uh-huh. Right. Dominic says if the scouts are good, they will look at it all. Right. So I fail to understand the thought process, right? You know that you have a connection to the NFL directly through your dad.
Mm-hmm.
If I had that kind of opportunity, I would be as straight-laced and as much of a bystander as I can be and keep my nose clean all the way through. Because as long as I do my stuff, as long as I do my my pass, complete my passes on the field and are able to do something, I'll at least get a shot. But I'm literally destroying my chances if I open my mouth and run it all over social media. I don't know how many times people have to be told this, but scouts look at this stuff like it makes no sense to me. And I saw something, I don't have it, but somebody projected, well, maybe I do. Do I have it? I don't know. Somebody projected him to be like one of the top 5 freaking picks in the 2025 draft. And I'm like, bro, how?
Every mock draft has him going top 5.
Yeah, I know. Every single mock draft. But
here's my contention. You don't see Carson Beck. You don't see Quinn Ewers.
Bob.
You don't see Noah Fafita.
Yeah.
You don't see Jalen Daniels, Will Howard. You don't see these guys.
No.
Out here chirping.
Nope.
Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck are probably the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, mock draft is now called way too early for a reason. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it remains to be seen. This year, speaking of way too early, the 25 head coaches with the most pressure next season. Andrew in the house. He just got all his followers on here. The 25 head coaches with the most pressure next season. Number 1, Ryan Day. Number 2, Billy Napier. And I don't disagree with either one of these at all. Not even the least bit. Ryan Day, literally, if he does not have a good year, he's gone. There's no way that Ohio State is going to keep up with this mediocrity, because if you can't beat Michigan, you're mediocre. Period. You have no place beating Ohio State and Ohio. And I wish I had Alex Bryan on here. That's the one thing that cannot be tolerated by OSU is losing to Michigan. Straight up. And Ryan Day has done it how many times? Twice? 3 times? 3
in a row.
Now 3 in a row. Oh, but they got to the CFB. Ohio State leadership does not care about that. I guarantee you they would rather beat Michigan than go far in the playoffs.
Have you seen their schedule?
I have not. I haven't looked at their schedules. No.
If you want to get a laugh as good as last night's Tom Brady roast, go look at their schedule.
Yeah. Is it that soft?
Oh, it's soft.
Soft, like
Vanderbilt would go 10-2 with that schedule.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. And then you have somebody that we harped about from day one. And you remember when we first started this podcast, when we first said, hey, we're going to cover football, guess what? My number one thing was Billy Napier is
Would
either
be fired
going
last
to have,
year.
Huh?
You said he was going to get fired last year, and I told you he wasn't.
I said either he's going to have one of the worst years in Florida or he'll be fired, is what I said. And I was right. Again, and you had Florida fans drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, Billy Napier, he's going to bring us out of the he'll get it turned around. They looked awful last year. Terrible. And they had no answer for anything. So now he's dead. His seat is on fire. His seat is in flames. If Florida can't figure out how to win games, oh, he's gone quick. They might toss him out mid-season.
Unfortunately, Vanderbilt doesn't play Florida this year.
No.
But I will say this. I do believe Vanderbilt will have a better record than Florida.
I think they'll have a better record than they had last year. Oh, you mean than Florida? You think they'll have a better record than Florida?
100% they will.
Golly, that's boy, what a bold statement there.
Florida is bad.
Yeah, I know. And then you have Mario Cristobal. You have Marcus Freeman at Notre Dame. You got Hugh Freeze at Auburn, which is weird. I don't know why he's on this. I mean, most pressure. This isn't a hot seat list. Hugh Freeze has brought a lot of pressure on himself, I think, with all the transfers coming in and all this stuff. He's expected to do well. And if something happens where the pressure gets too much and they don't do well, I don't know. Some people might say I told you so. Lincoln Riley at 6, Sam Pittman at 7. I don't disagree with those. The only reason Sam isn't further up is because they hired Bobby Petrino. If they didn't have Petrino, I honestly think Sam would be higher.
If you don't go to a bowl game this year, he's fired.
I agree with that. Pat Narduzzi, Mac Brown.
Fired. Huh? Narduzzi should have been fired a long time ago.
Narduzzi should have been, yes. But who are they going to get? That's kind of the problem. Some of these low end schools, who the heck are you going to get? Kalen DeBoer is 11 on here.
He has pressure. Yes,
he has a lot of pressure. Listen, the Alabama faithful are not going to just sit back and go, "Oh, it's a rebuilding year," for 2-3 years in a row. They ain't going to do it. They're used to winning, and I promise you, there will be riots at the gates if he doesn't at least get to the playoffs. If they don't make the college football playoff this year, no, you know what? They didn't make it last year. Let's do this. If they don't make it to the SEC championship, if they can't pull that off, There's going to be riots at the gates. I know Alabama fans, they don't have any kind of patience. And it's because they got so used to Nick. They got so used to Nick and his winning ways and winning and being dominant or whatever. Listen, I'm just going to say this, the days of Alabama football being dominant and completely over the top depth, four deep in each position is over. The transfer portal now is wide open. They're not going to be deep anymore. Not happening. You're going to have 2 players maybe per position. 3 at the most. But they're definitely not going to be 3 5-stars. 1 5-star out on the field and then 2 other 5-stars back them up. That don't happen no more. Nope. So remains to be seen there.
And there's some other interesting stuff regarding the scholarships.
Yeah.
Being discussed at this time.
Yeah.
Where instead of football teams having 120 players, they may be very limited. And some of your non-revenue sports like baseball, softball are going to get boosts in scholarships where, they've got 35 scholarships instead of 11.
Yeah. It's interesting to me. I'm going to point your attention. Why is Deion Sanders number 20 on this list?
I mean,
you take, I don't know. You take a program that won 1 game and you win. How many games total did they win? 4?
4.
So good. You upped your total 3 on a very soft schedule. I fail to understand why he's not. Like some people say, oh, he'll be fired. I don't know. Colorado seem literally University of Colorado literally. I think though it does. He could win 5 games, and they'd be just as happy to give him an extension after this year.
He won't be fired at Colorado, and after this next season, and Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are both gone, he will resign.
Maybe, yeah.
I've said that from day one.
Yeah, I agree with that because if he doesn't have any skin in the game, I don't think he stays. I agree with that. I agree with that. Interesting. Matt Rule is up there for Nebraska as well. But one I was going to ask you about, Clark Lee down there at 24. No pressure?
Yeah, you got pressure. Yeah. If you don't win 4 or 5 games this year, he's probably getting fired.
Yeah. We'll see. But that's the thing, though. I don't think so. And then Gus Malzahn all the way down at the bottom because they got some absolute.
Here's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Watch College Football Report. Got James Franklin on here. Under pressure. All he does is win 10 games every single year.
Every year.
Unless you're saying, okay, Harbaugh's gone from Michigan now. You better beat Michigan and get to 11 wins. I don't understand.
Much love, Jerry Harkins. Big J.
He's got pressure to get that term back around.
Yeah.
I can't see PJ Fleck being under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to put together a 25 head coach list, but I don't disagree with some of this, but it's hard pressed for me to look at some of these and go, what? Or not go, what? So I don't know. I don't mind it. But it's very interesting. Let's take a quick break here. And then we will get moving on with the rest of this. We got some baseball to recap.
Got some other coaches that have some serious pressure on them right now.
Yeah, for real. Absolutely.
I won't mention no name.
Oh, you can mention the name all you want to.
No, I'm foreshadowing. We got a coach that has a lot of pressure on him right now.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back on the Golden Boot Podcast. Stay golden. We'll see you in a few.
What brings you in today?
A lot of rage.
Have you considered the Knicks? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I don't want to care. You really kind of opened my eyes on this.
Spike the ball.
You know, in therapy, we often talk about what we can and can't control. Did your favorite team get eliminated from the playoff chase in week 1? Did your star player get injured before the season? Do you still have 0 wins in fantasy? Then you need to talk to me, the sports therapist.
I am a New England Patriots fan.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It used to be who are the Patriots playing in the Super Bowl. Now it's will the Patriots win next week?
Exactly.
Probably not.
I'm the victim of a $500 million team where that's given me a $0 payoff. This the Mets.
And I'll remind you that everything you say here is confidential. Do you find yourself thinking about other baseball teams?
I think about the Astros. I'm going to move to Houston.
I grew up as a Met fan. Maybe we try Rutgers football. Maybe we just play racquetball at the gym. Friends would definitely be better than Rutgers football, huh? The Cowboys are more often a source of misery in your life.
We know what help Cowboys Nation mental health rings.
Maybe the Cowboys will never win a ring in your lifetime. Whose fault do you think it is that the Vikings are not performing so well?
I will say the third game, Kirk Cousins, spike the ball. Get a good playoff. Don't throw an interception with the last play of the game.
What is it you'd like to talk about today?
The Jets.
How have you been coping?
A lot of crying.
But if there's a way to engage with the New York Jets without bringing heartbreak on yourself, then I think that could be healthy.
I haven't even smiled this much in 2 weeks, Doc. The Commanders are losing.
Do you think that all of that anger will come exploding out of you?
It might.
There was quite a bit of rage in that, wasn't there? Maybe there's some deep breathing exercises we can do. We're going to breathe in Terry McLaurin. We're going to breathe out Terry McLaurin. And we're going to breathe in Ron Rivera, and we're not going to let him get us upset.
There was a lot of hype around Kenny Pickett this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just not panning out the way I thought.
And so what do you do in those moments? Do you grab your terrible towel and do you sort of give yourself a rub down, or?
I actually forgot my terrible towel that day.
It seems that you are not holding up your end of the bargain.
I feel like Taylor Swift has just taken over the Kansas City Chiefs football program.
If anything, he missed that first week, and then he started dating Taylor. He was back on the field.
You know what? Now that you think about it, Doc, she might be the good luck charm. I might download her music now.
Well, that's our time.
Thank you. This is the first time in my life that I've actually felt anything other than deep depression.
Welcome back to the Golden Boot Podcast. We're going to close this thing out. It is just a little bit after the top of the hour. I know that we've had some really good discussions tonight, and I'm all for it. I'm excited. But I want to show you guys something. We never got a chance to show this. Look at this. If somebody tried to pull this with me playing pool, I don't know what I'd do. But watch this shot. Yeah, you saw it. Around the edge of the table, and right into the 8 ball, right into the hole. Wow. That is that's pretty wild. I wanted to show you this too, because this actually happened very first interview for a specific Eagles cornerback. Why do we have to ask these questions? I just gotta ask. Listen to this.
As you probably know, there haven't been many white starting cornerbacks in the NFL in a long time. Do you think that'll prevent you from getting that opportunity?
I mean, if they put me out there, I'll be excited to play out there.
Why?
I don't know. Why? Why? Kudos to Cooper DeJean for keeping a cool head about that and just rolling with it. There's zero reason to ask that question. Zero. None. Zero.
So
the man put in his work. He's a good player. We don't need to compare him because of the color of his skin. Stop.
So you and Sarah run your own company.
Yeah.
I got to ask, would you treat your employees better than this employee got treated? Let me show you this video.
Okay.
Martorella is going to be pinch run for. I think these reports might be accurate, folks. Luke Montz has come down to the home plate umpire. He got word from his trainer in the dugout. Montz is coaching third base. They got his attention, and Martorella's out there at second, pointing at himself, going, "Who, me? What'd I do?" Well, Nathan, you're about to find out that there's some stuff going down. Pinch runner at second base is Chase Valentine. And, we're going to have some movement. Marcy and Martorella are both popping out of the San Antonio dugout. They get hugs from Luke Montz. They're going to the clubhouse. They're reportedly joining the Miami Marlins organization. They're going to take a trek down the right field line as we get a traveler pitching change. Hill being lifted here in the third. 2 on.
So do you understand what happened right there?
Yeah, he got traded while he was on second base. For a minute, I thought he got called up to the majors and they were congratulating him. But literally, he was just traded to the Marlins to play in their A-League game or whatever it is.
Yeah, mid-game, they traded him. Well, surely you're going to treat your employees better than that, right?
I mean, not only that, why can't you just finish out the game?
Yeah.
What difference does it make? We just traded for him, get him off the field. That's like what?
Crazy.
Okay. Let me just go ahead and leave in the middle of this game and get my stuff and go tell my wife and kids I just got traded. I don't know. That definitely would not be a thing, to say the least. Andrew, we demand Cody. Yes, we also demand Cody. But unfortunately, Cody has near 104 fever and is probably passed out right now. So that's why.
Weak sauce.
Yeah, weak sauce. He could be here. He could be here just slumped over. It's okay. Annex Productions, appreciate you jumping in here. Thank you. Yeah, that was just wrong to get traded while he was on base. Yeah, Dominic. I agree wholeheartedly. That was terrible. When I first watched it, literally, I thought he got called up to the majors while he was literally on second base. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool, right? But then I figured out, no, it wasn't a cool thing. He's still in a minor league. He just got traded to a different organization.
Right.
That sucks. The nature of the beast, Andrew says. Yeah, we pray for Cody. Yes, we do. He'll be back. He'll get better.
Can I throw stones?
You what? Throw stones.
Can I throw a stone?
Throw it. Sure.
I mean, Andrew says
throw one back.
Andrew says that's the nature of the beast to get traded mid-game.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast for South Carolina to lose to Missouri, right?
Yeah. Oh. So that was a very somber and terrible thing to have happen, but I think
Did I go there?
you went there. Let me show you this, though. I think this might make some people laugh.
No ball.
Not that one, this one.
Double sock.
Yes. Yeah, you saw it. Literally, he got socked in his man parts first, and then the broom came back and smacked him in the face. Similar situation, but the fish kind of took this personally, being caught, apparently.
Dude, he was in like 4 inches of water.
Then he cut his thumb on his teeth on top of that. Oh, that'd make you madder than a wet hen. Probably as mad as this guy's going to be.
No balls.
Did you hit that Prius?
No balls.
Oh, no way!
He just fucking hammered a car.
No.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
So dumb, man. So dumb.
Andrew's
and I
over
think
here
this
throwing
might
shade back.
this is the last one, because I think this might be the best sales commercial for a dealership I've ever seen.
Hey everybody, this is Britton Douglas with Douglas Nissan. I just want to introduce you to this Ram 1500. Just flew onto our lot and it's going to go fast. Come on down, we're crushing the competition. Britton Douglas here at Douglas Nissan.
Just flew in our lot, you know.
It's crushing the competition.
Oh man! All right, let's get into the
Andrew's
breakdown and let's close this thing out. Let's do this. It's time. It's time to take your licks, Chris, and my licks too. Right? We won the series, did Bandy?
No.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, this is the breakdown. This is college baseball recap. First and foremost, I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. We went into Kentucky. We won game 1. Hagen Smith threw 14 strikeouts, and then we lost the next 2. So couldn't get a road series in Kentucky. You know, is what it is. But we did. Here's the thing. I will say this. I'm so sick of people saying, oh, well, Arkansas is not that good. They couldn't win a series. It's a road series, and it's baseball. Just stop thinking the sky is on fire. Yes, the bats need help. Yes, Nate Thompson is an idiot for the way he approaches batting. I don't know why we don't do any small ball. It is extremely frustrating. When we look at pitches right down the pipe and then swing at balls, we had one guy in game 3 swung at a ball in the dirt. Ball 4 would have been bases loaded. Instead, strikes out and leaves 2 stranded. Come on. Like, these guys need to eat, sleep, and breathe in the freaking batting cages. Anyway, so they dropped to number 5. I don't have the D1 rankings, but they dropped to number 5. Actually, I have
the D1. You do have the D1.
No, do I? Where? Did I have it in here?
Right there.
Oh, I do. I do. There we go. Tennessee takes this top spot, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I will gladly give Tennessee the number 1 ranking all the time. Randy, you take all the smoke if you're watching and not watching. Clemson at number 2, A&M number 3, even though they lost their series as well. Kentucky at 4, Arkansas at 5, and the list goes down. So, interesting events, interesting turn of events.
There's one team conspicuously absent.
Yep. Vanderbilt is conspicuously absent.
First time in a long time that they have not been ranked.
Long time. So I got to ask, there's a lot of rumors swirling around your coach, your head coach, the GOAT of college baseball, so to speak. Is it time? Are people going to start talking about this right here? Fire Corbin?
So I will say this. If anybody wants to say fire Tim Corbin, you're not a fan of college baseball.
Well, okay. So what is fire the whole staff?
But that's just my whole mentality. When things go wrong, I want everybody fired.
Right. But do you really want Tim Corbin fired?
No, I want Mike Baxter fired and I want Scott Brown fired.
So okay, so fire the whole staff means everyone except for the head coach.
Right.
Okay. Just checking. Just making sure it's clear.
Even Tyler,
fire everybody.
I brag on Tyler Shoemake and how much he's done with our catchers this year.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a 0-2 count on your bat,
yep,
and you put the target up dead center strike zone right down the middle of the pike, that's a problem.
You know what? I'm gonna say something. Kentucky has a chip on their shoulder because y'all took their basketball coach. They just came to play because they're pissed. Well, maybe, but here, you know what? I saw the funniest troll.
Or Kentucky's just a really good team.
They are a good team. The best troll I think I heard was, if you look in the stands, somebody literally called Lexington as the best place to play baseball. The best baseball environment in the country. And I was like,
wrong.
But where is this environment? So because game 2 and 3, there was nobody in the stands, especially game 3. And that was when they won the series. There was nobody there. There was like 100 and something people there in Lexington. And it was really funny. It was
it's almost like
I'm gonna lose. It's almost like what, Chris? If you steal my thunder, I'm gonna reach through here and punch you right in the face.
Well,
what?
I'll let you go and talk about it.
Nope. No. You go ahead. What were you? It's almost like what?
There might have been another event in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you said that because actually, what was actually said was, it's almost like they're still at the assembly. Mark Pope's assembly. Anyway, yeah.
No, there was something else going on in Kentucky that weekend.
And what was that?
Kentucky Derby.
It was a Kentucky Derby. Yeah, everybody's at the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, it's true.
It was kind of rainy and nasty and gloomy all weekend. So yeah, I mean, I get it.
It was still funny because they're like, I guess the fans forgot to leave.
Yeah.
leave the basketball arena and they're still at Mark Pope's assembly. Oh man, the Derby. I know. There is lots of meth in Kentucky. Yes, there's lots of meth in most southern states. The Derby, yeah. It's always rainy and nasty during Derby weekend. True. It usually is. Ed said, like a true Vandy fan, when things go wrong, I want everyone fired.
So, but here's the thing. I've actually got a message for everybody.
Okay.
That if you think Tim Corbin should be fired or retire,
yeah,
I have a message for everybody.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has come time to find the replacement for Tim Corbin. I'm just going to lay back and watch Candace Lee steal your coach and listen to you cry when she announces that the Vandy boys are back.
Whose coach is she stealing? Chris?
There's There's Justin Hare at Campbell. Josh Elander, the assistant at Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
The head coach at UCI. There's a lot of coaches that she can go
You out
get
there. Right.
that would absolutely die to come coach at a place like Vanderbilt.
Well, I mean, I can't disagree with you there. Vanderbilt is a great baseball program. Who would not want to coach there?
Exactly.
Absolutely. If there's any program that Vanderbilt can hang its hat on, it's definitely baseball.
I would be shocked if Dave Van Horn goes more than one or two.
It's so
He's shaking his head.
You would be shocked at what?
I would be shocked if Dave Van Horn goes much more than one more year.
Oh, he'll go a few more. He's there
I'm
for
not
a
sure.
while.
I don't know. If he don't win a title this year,
yeah,
next year's probably his last.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. George would not like to coach there. He hates the field. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the artificial dirt. I don't like it, man.
Every team in the SEC has artificials.
No, we have natural dirt. We do not have artificial black dirt. Whatever it is. The artificial plastic dirt y'all have.
Half of the teams in the SEC have.
Whatever.
We were just
Kentucky,
the first, and everybody hates
Kentucky
it
also has artificial dirt, and they have some kind of weird clay mound, which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't make any sense.
Speaking of which, I'm talking about a pitcher's mound.
Uh-huh.
Marcana got in the game against us on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Did somebody call for a glove check?
Actually, we didn't need to because he didn't stay long.
Oh, okay. So you hit pretty good off of him?
2 of the first 3 pitches he threw, we hit home runs off of him. They pulled him quick.
Well, I bet you he didn't have his stuff on.
No, I'm sure he did because he knew.
Guarantee it because he knew he'd get caught. Somebody absolutely. No, nobody want to go to Trashville, Andrew says. Boy, he's throwing some heat at you, boy.
If Justin Hare is offered the job at Vanderbilt, he's taking it.
Maybe. Speaking of Andrew, College Sports Villains puts out some phenomenal memes, and this is probably one of his best. Kentucky fans, every time Arkansas gets a recruit.
Arkansas is doing the same thing.
God, no, we're not. We don't care.
Dude, look at my Twitter.
I know, but here's the problem. It's Kentucky fans bringing us in. Do you know how many freaking time I open Facebook and I see on SEC Super Conference all this stuff? Every Kentucky fan, oh, this guy didn't go to Arkansas because he didn't really want to go.
Okay,
we wasn't on the radar, bro.
Okay, I'm also in other groups.
Yeah,
I'm not in SEC Super Conference because I don't like Scott Irwin. But that being said,
it's not just that; it's a bunch of them. It's
that being said, the groups that I follow, it's Arkansas fans all the time talking trash about Kentucky.
Well, it's because
and
we're getting
on my Twitter feed
all the time.
On my Twitter feed, it's Arkansas fans poking the bear at Kentucky.
You need to start following Arkansas media guys and see how many freaking Kentucky guys are trolling them. It's every day. Every day. Oh, look, Pope got this guy. Wasn't even on our radar. We didn't care. And I didn't say anything about this earlier. But I love this. By the way, Andrew, this is probably one of your best ones. But like, can we get off the I like Matt. I like Matt. He's a great dude. But let's jump off the bandwagon that Mark Pope has a better squad now than Cal does. And it doesn't matter that Kentucky lost another guy, an Adu Thero, or how you say his name. I didn't pronounced it right.
He was never staying at Kentucky to begin with.
No, he wasn't. But what I'm saying is, like, man, it's laughable. and like Kentucky fans, you got to stop with the national championship talk. Neither Coach Cal or Mark Pope are winning a national championship in their first year. Period. End of story. End of discussion. Stop bringing it up. Stop tagging us in every freaking thing you want to talk about Mark Pope being the second coming of Jesus. Like, stop it. It's laughable, man.
The best transfer news that I've gotten a kick out of.
Yeah.
Is Kobe Bray.
Yeah.
Okay, he's coming from Dayton.
Yeah, yeah.
As a fourth-year guy at Dayton,
yeah,
he started 4 games.
Yeah,
in the A10.
I know, and they just think he's. I'm like,
Okay.
It's like, guys.
So not only that, but he shot 51% from 3.
Yeah.
The dude takes 7 shots per game.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. What am I missing here?
I don't know.
What am I missing here?
And he's definitely not been in an intensity of a daggum SEC lineup either, because it's a totally different ballgame.
And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is a family show, but I'm going to talk shit because the guard I got out of the transfer portal was a leading scorer for his previous team at North Texas State and started 32 games this year.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I missing?
Yeah, I know it. Well, that's like
got my little bobblehead going on here.
Well, I know, because they want to say Kobe Brea, and I'm like, but dude, we just got this guy from y'all who is who's going to make some noise. He's going to be good.
The bench in Kentucky.
Not only that, but we got the Florida, we got the #1 transfer in the country, and John, I can't remember his name, who elected not to go in G League, who is doing workouts with the NBA, just do workouts, but he's committed. He's coming in. No, John, his name. He's from Florida. He's from Jonas Adu is from Tennessee.
Because the #1 guy in the transfer portal was Umanuri, and he just went to Alabama.
No. Hang on. John, what's his name? I'm looking this up. So it's going to drive me crazy until I figure out who it is. John. Not John Deere. What the heck?
Okay.
Somebody help me out here.
So while he's looking that up.
Yeah. Is it John Morgan? No.
So I just wanted to update everybody on a story we've been following since the beginning of baseball season.
Yep.
Maryland Eastern Shore. We're up to 43 straight losses now. The national record is 75.
Yeah.
They're starting to get in the neighborhood. I can't imagine losing 43 straight games. That's rough.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't take their jock status away, because that's really bad. Okay, what is going on with Twitter right now? It's nuts. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's Adu, Thero, however you say his name. John L. Davis. That's his name. John L. Davis from Florida Atlantic. That's a humongous recruit. Yeah, John L. Davis. And he was one of the top guys in the transfer. Anyway, but they're like, oh well, we got Kobe Brea. That's not even close. The guy averages like 17 points a game. And, like, come on. You got to stop. John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. Yes, that guy. Yes. Yeah. Well, I was going to say something. I don't remember exactly where I was going to go with that, but hey, that's the beautiful thing of live entertainment.
Right.
I don't know, man. Who gets the broom this week? Who would you vote?
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went 4-0, run ruled Vanderbilt twice. Put up a 10 spot on us yesterday. I mean, they were. That's probably the most impressive week I've seen.
Yeah, Charlie Condon is a real deal. Charlie Condon may go number 1 overall.
It's either going to be him or
Jack.
Yeah.
Dude, right now, Condon is my pick because Jack, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but Charlie Condon seems to see the ball better. We played against Jack.
Condon's a better hitter.
Yep.
But with when it comes to total package and value,
yeah, you can have him Jack as a pitcher. I get it.
Right.
But Condon he's a beast. He will hit some balls in majors.
And I'm just going to say,
yeah,
I get so mad. People talking about just walk him. He should never face another pitch.
Why?
Look, Tim Corbin is our coach.
Right.
Tim Corbin has never shied away from pitching to anyone.
Nope.
Anyone. Dudes like Jake Mangum, Alex Bregman, J.J. Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
Never backed away from pitching to those guys.
All right.
Why do you expect them to do it now? I mean, stop it.
I don't know. Well, we're about to the tail end of this thing. We've covered a lot of topics. I'm excited to see what happens this week. We're coming in the tail end of baseball, man. We got Arkansas's got Mississippi State this weekend. We got a midweek game that's going to happen tomorrow. I hope so. I really hope so. I hope really, 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 really badly want to shut up Mississippi State. And I think we'll bounce back. I don't think we win two. I don't think we lose 2 series in a row. It kind of is what it is. I don't think you will either. Who do you have next?
If we ain't winning the damn game.
Oh yeah, who you playing?
No, we're getting swept again in our own house.
Who are you playing?
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. You think so? I don't think so.
100% we get swept.
No, because it always goes
100% we get swept.
I don't think you get swept.
We've lost 7 straight to them. It's a mental thing right now.
It may be a mental thing, but that means it's even better of a chance that you win a couple.
And the way they're hitting the ball, oh my God.
Oh, I agree.
They may put up 100 runs this weekend.
No. You say that, and literally you're going to win the series. That's how it works, Chris. That's how baseball works.
They may put up 100 runs on us this weekend.
Well, somebody explain to me how the heck A&M loses to LSU. They lost the series to LSU.
I mean, Friday night could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
The one game that LSU stood out was game 2, but Friday night could have gone either way.
It could have. LSU just fell on the. But that's what I'm saying. Literally, Tennessee may be in that mindset. It may happen. It would not surprise me if it's a very, very close series and a very close ball game.
I have no faith.
Well, you have no faith, I know, but I'm just saying nobody expected it to be blowouts by Georgia. Nobody's expecting it to be close against Tennessee. That's nature of how it goes. I guarantee you.
Tennessee Tennessee has enrolled more people than Georgia has.
I'm just telling you. I honestly think
South Carolina's in trouble this weekend.
Yeah, because they got Georgia this weekend. That's what Andrew said. We got UGA. Yeah, that's rough. Georgia's probably the hottest team in baseball right now. I'll say that.
Hottest team in the SEC. They've won 5 straight.
Yes, hottest team in the SEC. They won 5 straight. They looked very dominant doing it. I don't doubt that at all. So we'll see. I need Arkansas to win this series, and then it's going to be one heck of a series against Texas A&M at home. That might be the best series of the year.
With Texas A&M, I think you guys can get game 1 with Smith. But games 2 and 3, I don't think you can score with them.
Well, it depends on how our pitching shows up, because this Kentucky ran all over Tigert. But Tigert was really strange at leaving pitches over the mound, and he hasn't left like in 2 months. And he just had a bad day. And he was like fighting, trying to stay out of just getting walloped. He got out of a few really tough spots. Molina looked awful. True freshman Mason Molina, he looked terrible. But there were bright spots. Christian Fauch, he might have the hardest arm in the SEC right now. That dude throws smoke. And unhittable smoke, and on target. Like you had Jackson Wiggins a few years ago, where the man could throw 102 mile an hour fastball, couldn't hit somebody's pickup truck in the parking lot.
We got a guy just like Grayson Carter's throwing 104, and can't control it.
No, Christian Fauch can. He's throwing 101, 102, and can control it, and is painting corners with it. And it's a beautiful thing. So we'll see. He says we'll beat them, then lose to Citadel.
I love his confidence, but when your star pitcher blows up the way he did against Missouri on Saturday, you don't want that happening against you.
No,
they will light you up quick.
Yeah. Well, we'll bring you all that and more. The next time you will see us is Friday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, right here on the Dogs Media Network. Chris, final thoughts for tonight.
Final thoughts for tonight. If you have somebody that's faced addiction, or know of somebody that's in active addiction, talk to them. Offer help. There's plenty of programs available. Don't let them make an excuse. Here's a fact. Addiction hits every person in America.
Yes, it does.
Every single person. It might not be in your direct household, but somebody you're connected with is in active addiction. If they reach out, help them. Matter of fact, reach out to them and offer them help. Get them into a program. Do something. Support them. Addiction is a silent killer in America, and it's time we bring that to the forefront and stop hiding behind walls talking about it.
Yeah, I agree entirely. Well, that about wraps it up for us. We appreciate you guys jumping on as always. There would not be a show without you. We've had 100 people in here. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can catch us every time we're live. And we appreciate you once again. You guys show up and show out every time. We're not even in season, and you guys are still involved. So I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, it means a lot. And so we will see you Friday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, right here. College Football Dogs, Dog TV. We'll be in it very soon. And don't forget, next Monday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, and we will have Brandon from Chinook Cedary will be on with us. So don't miss that. So lots of really exciting things. We appreciate you guys joining in as always. Take care. We will see you next time.
Pause up, baby.